Yeah, hey Priya. Right.
Mhm.
All right, so we'll get started and glad to see you, Priya. Our first, let's see, are there any modifications to the agenda? So Alex is not here tonight, so that's important. And
Can
are
we
there any modifications? Yeah, proposed?
still vote on the, um, sorry, on number 5 without Alex? Does it
On
matter?
5, discussion to vote and authorize town of Brookline to physically
We,
sign conservation documents. We should be fine with that, Alexandra, right? Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So
Yeah.
Rebecca can give you all a little background. She's
okay.
been working on that, but he doesn't need
Okay.
me.
Yeah, we just need yeah, that sounds fine. Um, all right. So let's look at the meeting minutes from last time, which we have draft for. Thank you, Rebecca. I have no idea how you're able to get all these together, but it looks like a lot of work. We really appreciate that. Any comments about the minutes? Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I move to approve the minutes.
Is there a second?
I second.
All right. Priya?
yes.
Will?
Yes,
Sam?
Yes.
I'll vote yes as well. Great. So the meeting minutes are approved. The next item on our agenda, we had included an opportunity. I know a number of people had expressed an interest in speaking at the meeting. I do want to point out that relative to 29 Sears Road, we had closed the hearing previously, and the next item on our agenda is to vote and issue an amended order of conditions for the order of conditions we already had previously issued. You'll recall that this was a request for an amendment for 29 Sears Road. So I just wanted to provide some context that we're not actually conducting a hearing this evening in regard to that project. But we also like to keep our doors open, and if the public would like to say a few words, that is okay with us, and we appreciate that some of you have attended. So is there anyone who would be interested in doing so? Benedicta.
So, okay, hi guys. Sorry, I'm still here.
Oh.
I haven't gone away. Are you I guess I was going to wait for the meeting to see what I was going to comment, but one thing I'd really like to is I continue to beg is the order of conditions regarding lighting. Um, that is put in, and that was mentioned in the past that was going to be put in as part of a condition, that the lighting plan be submitted, looked at by all whoever needs to look at it, and then is part of the conditions, please, respectfully. And I loved that last meeting. There was a lot of discussion about trees by everybody, and I looked at the past. It was kind of interesting. I looked at the history, like it's kind of nerdy to look at these trees and the specimens and what state they're in and all that. But it was interesting in the past. I'm a little unprepared to hear it right now, but on the past, the trees were considered in that report to be in finer shape than they were in the report that was submitted to you. Sort of 3 years ago. I have the reports of those trees 3 years ago. Again, kind of extra nerdy of me, but I do love trees. But so I just wanted you to know that the history of those trees is and their status is sort of ever changing. So I just beg you all to look at that carefully. I loved some of the comments that people said, well, let's do a little bit of both. And I don't believe she's on, the commissioner who said that. So I'm just hoping that, you all consider that and the lighting plan, and I'll be quiet.
Did Rebecca, did we need Benedicta's address as well? Or
Yes.
I didn't probably ask for a proper
Oh,
introduction. Sorry.
Benedicta Hallowell, 96 Sears Road, town meeting member 15.
Great. Thank you. Great. Anyone else wishing to comment? All right.
They're all on vacation around here.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. As you can see, some of our commissioners are as well. So we're lucky to have a quorum, and we thank everybody. All right, so we will move to our 7:10 item, which is a discussion and vote on the issuance of an amended order of conditions for 29 Sears Road, DEP file 1200200 Brookline Wetland Bylaw 2303. And Alexandra or Rebecca, we have the amended order in front of us. Are you able, Rebecca, to walk us through this a little bit?
I can, Rebecca, if,
Or Alexandra, either one?
yeah, do you want us to pull it up and share screen, Marcus, or just
Yeah,
talk
that,
through?
I think that, well, I mean, do all the commissioners have a copy in front of them? I have a copy in front of me.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good
Okay,
do.
all right, great.
if you're able
So,
to pull it up.
I think that this is pretty much the standard conditions that you all typically see. There were a couple of kind of modifications to that I'll just highlight for you all. So what's listed as number 21, I believe, is just saying basically this was recommendation by DEP to just summarize this is what's changed and why this was amended at a high level, so that's reflected in there, and just acknowledging that the original order was issued on 11/14/23. So that's in there.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh no, I see that. That looks good. I
Okay,
think.
great.
I'll defer to the commission too, but yeah.
And then there is no blasting work that's taking place. So we removed the condition that's related to blasting that is sometimes in our typical order of conditions there. And then same regarding the reassessment on the status of the vernal pool as well. That was also removed. And then I believe under number 40, this is just in the second sentence there, modified a bit because it did change from 1 lot to 2 lots. And so that's reflected there in the second sentence on number 40.
Just to line up with the facts about the lot naming and that kind of thing. Yeah, okay.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right.
And then I think that is it. Did I miss anything, Rebecca?
I think there were going to be a couple of conditions not included in the cover letter, or sorry, not included in the order of conditions, but included in the cover letter about keeping 2 trees that were near the 100-foot buffer zone.
Thank you.
I
Yes.
believe it's trees 31 and 32.
That's right. So after the last hearing, it sounds like this isn't in the order, but it would be in the cover letter about keeping trees 31 and 32, which are along the 100-foot buffer zone in their landscape plans. And then the applicant did say that regarding that was 2 of the 5 trees that were in question. And then regarding trees 20, 24, and 25, they said that those could be kept if the commission wanted them to, that they were planning to opt for some replanting, but that they are salvageable and could remain. So I will leave that up to the commission to weigh in on 20, 24, 25 if you'd like.
Discussion.
I'd just like to, I don't know if it's relevant, but just to answer the question or comment from the public earlier, that lighting and lighting plans are not under our purview in terms of conservation. So that would be a different commission, probably building. I don't know the exact answer, but just from some of the requests or some of the comments previously, some of it is just not part of our, what we take into account. And then in terms of the other 3 trees, Um, I think that I could go both ways because I believe that they're all Norway maples, so they're all invasive, the ones that they propose, but they're also, trees that are already built, are already growing and established. So, do we deal with invasives versus, trees that are already established? I could go either way on those. But
And their arborist had recommended removal,
I
correct?
believe so. Yeah.
And then replacement under the bylaw.
Yeah.
With non-invasives,
I think so. Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that, Sam or Priya, or questions?
Where were those 3 trees located? Were those also along the line of the buffer zone?
I think
Yeah, they're
along
like in
that
the
buffer
bottom
zone.
of the, right, there's like
Yeah.
they're all together, I think.
Yeah, and the 2 were
Yeah, so let's look at it. Yeah,
retaining
great.
are
Okay.
not.
Oh, thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you,
Very, very
Rebecca.
helpful. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's those 3 that are more toward the top of the page. Is that right?
I don't have the,
I thought
Give
it
me-
was
Oh, T20. What were the numbers again? 25. I see them there.
20, 24, and 25.
24 and 25. Yeah. So it's those 3.
oh, I see them, yeah,
Yep.
along the, yeah.
And then the 2 that they are keeping is 31 and 32.
I mean, I will say, like, I mean, this is the time when the new tree bylaw probably is helpful because we know if they're going to get removed, they're going to get replaced with natives that are, complying with the bylaw.
Right.
I mean, at a personal level, I'd be inclined to defer to the arborist and to get non-invasives, but I don't know what the rest of the commission thinks or include that. I mean, I appreciate that
They
they're-
are in proximity to the native plantings and the new trees, especially the substantial ones that are planned, the more likely they are to, interfere with
Yeah,
proper.
particularly Norway maples
trees.
are so
Uh,
progressive in that regard, right? Like they try to
Yeah.
kill everything.
Yeah.
I say really, I mean, is the commission fine with leaving those 3 out as kind of a special, I mean, or a call out in the conditions, the amended conditions?
Yeah,
Sounds like we're converging on that.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
if I
Well-
may, just
sure.
clarify one thing about the tree preservation bylaw. Trees that are within the 100-foot buffer zone are exempt.
Yes. No,
So-
they're exempt, so they're not going to replace them.
Under the tree preservation bylaw, they're not protected trees, so.
Oh, so they're not required to do anything in particular as a result of removing them or not removing, is what you're saying, Rebecca?
That's correct.
That's helpful too.
I still think that
I still think
because they're close to the new
yeah,
trees that are being proposed. The 31 and 32 are far enough away and down in that back corner that, they're not, the other trees seemingly will have enough space and canopy opening to grow, but
yeah, I think your point, like about, I mean, if I learned anything from Tom, like, Norway maples are pretty challenging to plant in their vicinity. I would imagine those other plantings are not going to survive if you did that or thrive.
And the 2 that are remaining that we're gonna reference in the cover letter are not Norway maples, is that right? Or they are as well?
I don't remember from the,
Which ones are they again, Rebecca?
Just trying to remember how we.
31,
out
31,
31
32.
and 32.
Yep. Do we know what types those are from the schedule? I know we're getting you pulling out all the documents again, Rebecca. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Thirty-one, 32, cork oak. Yeah. And we're, I mean, our whole point is like, we're okay with them being in the condition they're in because that's part of the habitat. I mean, that's our perspective on trees generally in the buffer. So do we have kind of a resolution on the inclusion of the correct language in the cover letter?
I think so.
Okay. Rebecca, I mean, I think we're more comfortable with the conditions as described by Alexandra. The amended conditions seemed appropriate to me.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready to vote?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Is there a motion to issue the amended order of conditions for 29 Sears Road pursuant to the preceding discussion about the cover letter?
I move that we issue an amended order of conditions for Sears Road. Let me get the DEP file number. Where is it?
We're good. You don't have to read the
Okay.
whole number too, Will. Rebecca's
120
got it.
0200 Brookline 2303.
It's nice and formal though. It's great.
That's right.
Is there a second?
I will second that.
Great. And we'll do a roll call vote. Will,
Yes.
Priya,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
and I'll vote yes as well. Great. Thank you. I know a lot of you were probably here for that, and we appreciate you being here. The next item on our agenda for this evening is the 7:35 discussion and vote on issuance of a certificate of compliance for 20 Newton Street, DEP file number 1200199, Brookline Wetland Bylaw 2302. Is there any like supporting information on this one? Yeah. I don't know, Rebecca, do you want to just give a little overview?
Yeah, so the applicant did submit all of the required information. Alex conducted a site visit on May 6th. The only thing that was missing from the order of conditions was a maintenance plan for some planting that they have since provided. And at least on our end, that's all we have. So.
And the maintenance plan, I'm assuming it was adequate and consistent with what we were looking for.
Yeah,
Great.
sorry, folks. I
Okay.
was muted and didn't
Great.
realize it. Thank you,
Oh,
Rebecca.
no, you're like, why are they not listening to me? Yeah.
But she was running it to ground. So yeah, conducted the site visit on May 6th, asked for
Great.
some modifications to that maintenance plan, and now what we have is acceptable. So no issues from the staff perspective, and feel comfortable issuing that certificate of
Great.
compliance.
Very good. Any discussion by the commission? Sound good? All right. Is there a motion to issue the certificate of compliance?
I will move to issue the aforementioned certificate of compliance.
Thank you, Sam. Is there a second?
I second.
Thanks, Will. We'll do a roll call vote. Will,
Yes.
Priya,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
and I will vote yes as well. The motion to issue the certificate of compliance carries.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Have a good evening. All right. And I think because we're depends on who's here for what, but I think we can move to our 8 o'clock agenda item, which is the discussion and vote to authorize the Town of Brookline Conservation and Natural Resources Manager, Alex Cassie, to physically sign the Brookline Conservation Commission documents on behalf of individual Brookline Conservation Commission members. Rebecca or Alexandria or both, Please brief us on this part of the
This
agenda.
one is Rebecca, but I will just jump
Okay.
in. First of all, I'm sorry, Priya, I didn't introduce myself and we haven't met before. I'm Alexandra Vecchio. I'm the Director of Conservation and Natural Resources. So just, I realized that we haven't met, so you might not know who I am. Alex is out this evening, so I'm stepped in, but I am just gonna say on this item that Rebecca has been working very diligently for a very long time to figure out a way to bring this option forward. And I fear that if this isn't successful, she may quit. So just a little context and kudos to her for trying diligently to bring us into the 21st century, despite a lot of battles from the Registry of Deeds along the way. So with that intro, I will hand it over to Rebecca to give you a little more
Yeah.
context.
Yes, thank you, Alexandra. So as Alexandra alluded to, due to a few different guidances that we were following to allow digital signatures for the Conservation Commission, we obviously went forward with the last certificate of vote, but upon bringing it to the Registry of Deeds, there were some issues with that. So this particular language has to be voted on and approved by the commission and then recorded at the Registry of Deeds for you all to be able to sign COCs and OOCs digitally, and then Alex can physically sign them, which will hopefully be easier for you all. So after this vote and after everything that is issued from tonight's meeting, hopefully the next meeting, we will be able to get things to you via DocuSign. And
That is
Alex.
fantastic. Yeah.
Alex would be the wet signature that would approve our digital signatures, basically.
yes, basically verifying your signature.
Yeah.
So you'll send us DocuSign, we sign off on the DocuSign, Alex gets all of those signatures and then like physically transfers it.
Yeah.
Like signs on our behalf.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
he has a wet signature, but the rest of you could sign
Great.
digitally.
And so this isn't like we're not going to use our actual electronic signature on the final documents. He's going to like get a pen out and
Yeah.
say on behalf of Marcus Quigley or something. Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Great. I'd say fantastic. What does the rest of the commission think?
I also think it's great. It's
Awesome.
It seems it's very similar to bank stuff, just from my own work, that sometimes you can sign it digitally and then someone initials on
On the other end. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No,
Okay,
like it,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would move to vote to accept this
To
proposal
authorize.
that the Conservation and Natural Resources
Oh, wait.
Manager.
That's
sorry.
fine. See, there's motions been made, then Priya wants to comment, so that's fine. Before we second.
So I'll finish. I move that we
Sorry.
vote on this authorization of the Brookline Conservation and Natural Resources Manager to physically sign on behalf of the Conservation Commission members.
Yes, discussion, Priya.
I just wanted to double check with Rebecca and Alexandra. So we don't have to like verify at the town clerk's office or anything. On my last commission, we had to like go to the town clerk's office and like sign our name for them as like this was so that they could so we didn't have to sign individual documents basically. This is different than that somehow.
So different registries have slightly different guidance, and what another board in Brookline does is they voted on this and they got their certificate of vote, and the certificate of vote was signed by the person who was signing on behalf of the commission, and it was signed by the town clerk, and then that was recorded at the Registry of Deeds.
Okay.
So that is the information that I received directly from the head of the Registry of Deeds for Brookline.
Okay. Okay, yeah, and it is a different county, so that makes sense. Okay. Second.
Thanks, Priya. And we'll do a roll call vote. Priya?
Yes.
Will?
Yes.
Sam?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes as well. You can stay, Rebecca. You don't have to quit now. That's great.
Oh, very grateful
Don't
for that.
speak too soon.
All right. So staff update, Alexandra.
Great. So just gonna run through these project updates. So at 154 Woodland Road, we did a site visit there recently, and they are putting sod down on the backyard. So that's moving along as expected. At 88 Cottage Street, that's also progressing as planned. You know, primarily they were working on the inside and the outside of the building, so there hasn't been much activity outside of the building envelope itself at this point, but nothing of concern there. 1281 West Roxbury, that is the golf course project, and that has been put out to bid. So we are awaiting responses to that. The intention there is that, assuming they have a bid within budget, that they will be able to start that work in this fall. And then Amory Playground in Halls Pond, that is another town project that is currently underway. So that started just about 2 weeks ago now. We have our erosion and sedimentation control measures that are up. They're starting the work in the tennis court area. And then we'll be moving over to Halls Pond likely this fall. Right now, the Friends of Halls are still doing some ongoing maintenance and work throughout there. But once that construction starts in earnest in that section of the project, we won't have any access to Halls Pond for that period, just for safety reasons. At 80 to 82 Louise Road, we did conduct a site visit there and did meet with the applicant just to talk about the work that they're just starting in the backyard. They've, again, primarily been working on the building as well up until this point. And I know that I think the commission had directed that they would include these 5 granite pillars around the area where they're conducting the work in the backyard area. And so we are still waiting on the final design and specification on those with the blue medallions as well. So we'll be sure to. Oh,
sorry, that's the one that's right up against like Lost Pond and that okay, yeah.
Yep, that's correct. And then at 294 Warren Street, that's the conservation restriction. So we worked with the assessor's office to get a draft memo from them. Staff are just finalizing that with the assessor, and then that will go to the select board for review and hopefully approval. So we anticipate that probably going on the next select board meeting. So I'm just looking at my calendar, which would be on August 19th. But if that gets delayed, we'll be sure to let you all know. And then just a few other notes. We do have a couple of commissioners that were reappointed recently. So Sam and Pam, happy to have you back. Thanks for sticking around. We have the MACC, the Massachusetts Association of Conservation Commissioners Fall Conference coming up. That will take place on Saturday, October 25th. If folks are interested in attending that, just let us know, and staff can get you registered for that.
And Priya, you've probably been to that before, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. You can go again if you'd like.
I know there are virtual sessions, but where is Devon's?
It's way on Route 2.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the old Fort Devens, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm also on the board with Pam on the MACC board.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I've been to various MACC.
Oh, so you're like running the thing, Priya.
Definitely not that.
Sorry, Sam, you were asking someone from Illinois where Devon's, Massachusetts was, and I was like, oh, I have no idea. Luckily your fellow commissioners did know.
Oh, it's not too far out. I know.
It's not too bad.
And then just a couple of events. The Sustainability and Natural Resources Division helped support in partnership with the Brookline Pollinators Pathway Group a Bee Wild event, which was a tour of different pollinator gardens around town. And I will actually pass that over to Rebecca just to talk a little bit about that. She was critical in executing that event and helping to advertise it. And I think it was a couple weekends ago and was a really lovely turnout. So Rebecca.
Yes, so in collaboration with the Brookline Pollinator Pathways, we had like a couple hours of open pollinator garden tours on a Sunday a couple weeks ago. Basically, myself and a couple other staff members were there to talk about the town's pollinator gardens, a couple, one at the Coolidge Corner Library, one at Naples and Gibbs intersection, and then another that I am blanking on right now. And we got a pretty good turnout, a couple dozen people who were many very eager to have pollinator gardens on their private lots, including many who were part of condos, were very interested in it. So that was it was great to see, and we had a good turnout.
Where was the second one?
There was a
The
couple.
library?
Yeah, there was the Coolidge Corner Library. There is one at the intersection of Naples and Gibbs, and there
Okay.
was another one at I'm blanking on it right now, but the website with all the information on the pollinator gardens is actually still live. So if you just go on the Brookline Pollinator Pathways website for Brookline, you can see details on all of the pollinator gardens, including the species and what conditions they perform well in.
And that doesn't include like Fisher Hill, like that whole meadow. Yeah, okay.
No, we only highlighted a couple of the pollinator gardens in Brookline, but we did have a debrief afterwards talking about how we can expand the event for future years.
They're looking really nice. I think there's one up at Lincoln School along Walnut Street too, and like that whole area from a planting perspective has been want for many years, and it looks awesome.
Yeah, it is.
And it looks very natural, and like anyway, I applaud the department.
Thanks. I mean, we couldn't do that work without the community members. Basically, the pollinator gardens on public property, the town has helped to design and install, but the ongoing maintenance of those has been through volunteer community groups that sign on to do that. So it's been a really nice partnership that we've been able to expand over the last several years.
Yeah,
and then
great.
Finally, Stewardship Sundays. This is our ongoing project and Deep Lake Horse Sanctuary. So we're doing trail building there and invasive species removal. I will say we started this last year and have continued it into 2025. And I don't know, for folks who haven't been in Deep Lake Horse for a bit, I suggest checking it out. The trail is like night and day compared to what it was before. And just when we have worked there, we've had people who have been walking the trail and just told us like, this is really great. Like it's so much easier to navigate and get through. So really appreciate folks' help there. And then of course, our ongoing battle with invasive species removal. So we actually have another work session coming up on August 10th. So this Sunday, from 10 to noon, everybody's welcome. Don't need to bring anything other than yourself. And then we'll have another session in September and October. And that is all I have for the staff update, unless folks have any questions about any of that.
That's great. Thanks, Alexandra and Rebecca, for filling in. Like, you're doing an awesome job. So don't tell Alex, although I think this is recorded, so he's going to hear it. But yeah, great. And anything else from the commission? You picked a good night to be out. We were very efficient. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's really good.
Our last one was really long. So
Yeah, we made up for it last time for sure.
Oh, I heard.
Yeah. All right. Is there a motion to adjourn for the evening?
I move to adjourn.
I second.
Sam. We'll go around. Will,
Yes.
Priya,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
and I will say yes as well. I also say, oh, I should have said this before, Sam, it's awesome to have you continuing on the commission. I know,
Oh.
like, I should have said that when the reappointment thing came up, but it's good to have you on. We really
Looking
appreciate
forward
it.
to it.
Yep. The future of the commission, so.
We'll continue to absorb the wisdom of my older,
doing a great job.
elder betters.
No, we've really been happy to have you on the commission the last couple of years and really enjoy it too. So, all right, we'll wrap up with that. Have a good
Great.
evening, everybody.
Thanks,
Nice,
everybody.
everyone.
Appreciate it.
Night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.